Krieger tonight. I suspect everyone here knows her. She just finished her MFA at Louisiana State University. She ran Delta Mouth for 2 years, is that correct? She ran Delta Mouth for 2 years. I personally never saw her crying as a result, which, I mean, the mention of Delta Mouth gives me panic attacks. So I'm not really sure how she did that, but she did. Dylan Krieger.
Lots of bits. Speaking of poems I've been writing with Vincent Salucci, I have to say that most of these poems are from a chapbook that I owe the title of that chapter to Vincent. It's Sayonara Serotonin, and this is the the title poem from that chap. Sympathy pill. Tucked up inside your blood-brain barrier, I can steer different types of craze. Heinous hole saws, hissing quick memory loss, and sayonara serotonin. You'll never understand the stratosphere of Saturn, some sacred circle permanent enough to deck in rings and silver wormholes. Such signals on the skin open a portal to the skull's faint oscillate, from basehead angel all the way to dilettante. Still safe to say, even Satan himself can't date rape the willing villain who drinks his antifreeze neat. If your radiator is my afterlife vibration, maybe suicide's not all that sad. Just something swinging overhead that can't come down. Overheating. Sucking on a handicapped sign in the street shine, my empathy muscle starts to burn blue. Who are all these passers-by, mummified by layers of Vitamite mayo and bi-weekly payrolls? When I swallow their idolatries, they become a part of my overall laughing phantom physique, but they also turn into the chewed fruits that eject themselves from everybody's excavated shock tubes. Once, when I was only 2, I gulped down too many special interest groups and got sick on their pharmacy stew. My mother brought me the bucket, but I refused it. I preferred to let their excretions leak down my forefront real formal. I preferred the bare brute of ruin like full frontal surgery. I've never understood John Wayne masculinity. What's manlier than braving a forthright exchange with your own demon babies, cracking at their softy head seams? They've been speaking in turns since the day you were born, egging on your unconscious under brimstony seeds of unseen. Speak back, and they just might let you muzzle a mother's hungry cudgel. Speak now, or forever molt your meat. This one's kind of silly, and it's coming out in Art Nouveau magazine in a little bit. Patter/pattern. At night I try to trace a pattern in your hands that might explain their villainy, but all I find is last night's bar stamp and a set of freckles mimicking a fox head. So when I fall asleep, I dream that a mechanic killer in a fox mask murders me, then sends me soaring out a window with eyes already fixed and violating. Like vertigo in Guernica, my dying hovers overhead, projected onto cubist fruits that fast abstract me out of bed. To take a piss, the hardwood floor elaborates on what you haven't said, directs all wayward toes toward water, harps on its slackness at the jam, and by the time I'm back, I'm elsewhere, floating somewhere underground, thinking in click habits, i.e. relationships and outer space, as if my cybersphere is ever here. But suddenly I'm treading water in a sea as deep as grief, and America asks me, who is that alligator lying waiting underneath? But if the monster is to kill me, what's the point in all this dread? Why don't I paint a blueprint in these pruny flesh folds for him to codify to shreds? It's called Far Cry. A far cry from full tide, a far cry from curtain and cord, a fistful of quick tinsel, a fuck ton of lost fur. He said, "Are you wearing spurs?" I said, "No, but I've a belt made of blacksmiths." Yes, all the blacksmiths I have blown. All the blacksmiths I have heated up, hammered verse, beaten into gold. They are a horde of 1,000 horses mounting fire in the dust. They flagellate their bellies to burlap. They scrape their fat faces to fringe. I mean to say I pricked them with a nasty nettle, or I packed in their pistols with clay. Either way, they are made to push up my marina body. Either way, I am full of mad boats. They are walked on by the far cries of the drowning in the harbor towns. They are burnt by the searchlights in the bay. There is a prize in my navel for the one who swallows the largest electric eel. There is a button, a kettle, a basket of bruised fruit. There is a locket with a picture of a peasant penetrating a lighthouse, his hind haunch to the sea in the shadow of a fish-filled wave. Disappearing act. The one thing you can't forget is that you can't remember. How the bullet stopped, the perp surrendered, his seed to the sheet, instead of filling his victim's ink. Well, what the hell? We all fall down like forestry for history in time-lapse Saturnalia, a tapestry of macro failure, whereon the only sordid storm clouds left leave chemtrails tracing your name across the ozone layer. Matricidal sideshow, nosediving a diamond proposal to no one in three-ring kiss cam.
This just does not apply with all the rain. But before all the rain, there was way too much sun, and that is when I wrote this poem. I don't want to be a river nymph in South Louisiana anymore after all this rain. That's my update for this poem. Worldwide wine. The sun is just different lately, more thirsty to obliterate me. Just take it, just take it. Just take it as it comes. Around here it's so hot. Even in December, the Christmas trees strip down to their skivvies from the cities down. Melted popsicle trickles through the divot in America's midriff. I want to be a river nymph in South Louisiana, forging 1,000 howling voodoo nests from sticky pine cones caked in Sabbath. This Delta Valley needs my Celtic sex, divine spark for itself, I know it. Swampy harpy catching seedlings up her stillborn psychic web address, while meanwhile along Lake Michigan, which I miss, warring factions of the forest thaw in fevered intervals like choir cues. How can my fellow global locals stand it? So much homeland left for us to power strip. Pre-extinction syndrome. Crampy packing to go back to a no-man's ransacked mansion, laughing damp-eyed underground. My abdomen opens up its ancillary madness, masking universal cancers with the dark fact of devour. Bring my seed pod by the net. Watch my whole species leaving lifeless slime trails down the coastlines, thirsty for the will to drown. Measured out in shot glasses and electroshock therapy blisters. Never mind the fisted distance trade winds travel to give us hell. Never mind the swell of marshy sewage lending good fuel overhead. Thanks. Ghost form. Despite the sting of solar vision, I still self-identify as a child vampire, holding whole generations up at sex point, no golden winner, only silver indecision. When the city streets ran out of strippers, we catcall the river, hey sexy, big muddy, shakes its ass out to sea, sick of dredgers and jumpers. What's one more corpse on the forklift the stork swallows for breakfast? I'm all for crying out, werewolf or genital warp, libeling the only viral shine that spreads us too thin at night between set-off morning lights and buckets of nothing but the dust we become under history's thumbnail gift, an imperial conquest, surprise ending in faceplant, instant replaying, forevery, eternity squared, or divided by zero. In the face of pain, there are no heroes. But out here in the flyover states, both stay stuck in a riddle. Committed. Today I Googled how to get committed. as if a wedding dress and medic's coat were cut out from the same uncloth. Bobbin full of fairy dust and buckles watch your back. A riddle where you lose your head but grow a golden shell against your every former self. With one priest in one tomb I thee woo, using this sparkly superstition metronome click, because there is no going home for little fickle aliens patting themselves with space-age anomalies, like optional sex organs or Chernobyl drone porn. Let's consummate our stakeout vows by dying on this dotted line, slice here and then rewind to a time when mom and dad staked all the vampires outside, walked their own sanity lines down the mirror, which made the house hum like a fuselage, finding its underside, no longer tied to the night. Kiosk cancer. Let's say today's a perfect day to polarize your genome, or start looking straight snake fit on your bikini line. How many humans before you have felt their fingernails grow long while pissing in the dark? The rest is just compost and taxidermied smiles, the reasons already receding upstream. That's the dance of a man who thinks he's king of something, like initiating makeup sex over G-chat when you leave him, the champagne of tall babies, 24 ounce on his doorstep, so that to activate the pull tab apparatus, he is forced to perform a lip reader's wet dream. Imaginary bestie mummified in gauzy fog and weeds, except scandal, there's nothing underneath but the elaborate screensaver of your reproductive chemistry. Shh, please wait until surgery is adjourned before ordering more kiosk cancer as seen on TV around the world. Called Money Talk. I'm very glad I get to read it because it's just not as good on the page. Thank you to the IRS for threatening to fine my ass, for giving me a reason, explicable encyclopathic speak to call my mother. Say, dear God, I have a problem only a Bible-thumping anorexic songbird can resolve. And it has to do with some number of shekels buried in the ground. Has to do with the quantity of baby teeth you saved inside of Valentine, red ribbon wrapped around. The trouble with me is I'm turning to rubble. The trouble is you lined my childhood bed too many times with Vicodin and lemon trees run wild. Oh, the pill, it is bitter, but the numbing power is sweet. No straight and narrow, just hard 180s, extremist to the marrow. Whether apocalyptic harlot or the soldier of a saintly light, one day evolution knew. Your automatic drafty laugh advantaged you. A pathology squanders unsaid. I'm helping myself. Excuses. Excuse myself from having nothing left to say to you but what the tax collectors tell me to. This is an extremely new poem that as a poet, it's weird to think about writing anything else with poetry for a while. Like I've written some fiction, but I don't need to write it. Like I need to write poetry. So this is me making fun of myself, trying to think of novel ideas. Novel idea, in which every line of dialogue, internal and external, is ascribed to, quote, nobody ever. Novel idea, in which Pilgrim makes no progress, but waits for Godot all alone just like the rest of us. Novel idea, in which every chapter ends with an increasingly elaborate suicide, like that Grand Theft Auto asphyxiated dream, but on repeat precisely 9 times, like felines kindly decline to die. Novel idea, in which I've really been a funeral pyre this entire time. Novel idea, in which solipsism turns out to be true, but only for one minor character, so that when she's struck by a city bus, the world shuts off with a quiet blip like a 50s television swallowing its final wad of bunny ear and spit. Novel idea, in which I'm running out of novel ideas already, and it's only Act 2 with one shoe still stuck in my childhood injury suit. Novel idea, in which our hero is reincarnated as a red wheelbarrow, but still can't understand what that damn poem meant, and in not understanding, understands better than any college professor can. Novel idea, in which a poet tries to write a novel, spends 10 long years sucking the muse's clits, and when she's finished, swings a lasso overhead because that's how far out she'd like to drag this callow rag, so high it might just count as divine archive by the time it shines back down. Thanks, guys.